Spirit wants to bombard you with signs and synchronicities. That is a message that's just come through really loud and clear as I've been in the Akash. Because Spirit understands that when we're born into this world, we are heavily programmed through mind control, through many consciousness viruses that mean we start to distrust ourselves, distrust the signs that we get from Spirit, the information that we get is not validated to us, until finally we just shut it off. And then Spirit needs to find a way for us to begin to trust that again. And it was coming in so loud and clear that I needed to deliver this message into the collective right now. That, ask your guides, how are you starting your day? Are you starting your day by inviting in your guides, your angels, your spiritual team, and asking them to give you signs and synchronicities that they are around you, because they are happy to do it. In fact, it's fun for them, and it's so easy for them to deliver these signs and synchronicities. I've just seen a message on my channel from a client, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time with that question because it deserves time and respect for me to really go deep on that question. But the question was, Spirit isn't talking to me. What is your advice? And instantly, it is this. This is the first step. Ask Spirit for signs and synchronicities. Understand that Spirit communicates through many different forms, but often it's things like number sequences. So they might draw your attention to a certain number sequence. As soon as I walked in my door, as I was contemplating this message that was coming in, and I'd just seen this question from a client, as soon as I opened my door, on my oven was 10-10 completion, right? Spirit has been, as I was coming home from my journey from this spiritual awakening retreat that I've just been on, as I was driving home, I instantly was drawn to 10-10. 10-10's been coming into my frequency so much, and I noticed my guides communicating with me, right? So know that Spirit wants to bombard you with signs and synchronicities. Just ask every day, start your day, ask Spirit to bombard you, because it wants to help you to build trust that Spirit is around you, because that trust has been eroded inside of us. So often it does it through things like number sequences, because it's so easy for Spirit to communicate through things like numbers. It might do it through, for example, through you actually, this message is a sign, is a synchronicity from your spirit guides. Perhaps you was asking for a sign and synchronicity, through the organic internet. Yes, there is an inorganic algorithm on YouTube, obviously, but there's also an organic one. And you will know when a video comes to you that is an actual sign or synchronicity from your guides or spirit team, because somewhere in that message will be something that confirms it to you. Perhaps earlier on they drew your attention to 10-10, for example, like I've just mentioned now, right? Perhaps there'll be something that I say in this message that your guides will bring through that they've already drawn your attention to in the lead up to this video, so that you know this is an organic sign and it's not just part of the AI algorithm. We can sometimes, when we're wanting signs and guidance and reassurance, which we do want like this on this plane, and it's okay. We've been in a harsh environment and we've been severed from our true selves, and we're relearning again. That's why I say that Spirit really wants to bombard us with signs and synchronicities, because it wants to help us build that trust in Spirit again and in ourselves again. But we can over rely sometimes on videos from people. We can see the titles of the videos and it can say something that really plugs into a vulnerability of ours, let's say, and we can listen to it and really want it to fit, but we've got to know that you need to be able to discern, is it an organic sign and synchronicity? Is it from your team? Is it sent through the organic web, or is it sent through AI? And you'll know this by confirmation. So exactly what I said, there'll be something in this message that confirms, like perhaps today you was asking for signs and synchronicities. You were being brought the word bombard. Perhaps you got 10-10. There'll be something in here that confirms it to you if this message is for you. So I'm going to leave it at that actually, because it's just a quick short message where, I wanted to add just in response to the question that I had, even though I'm going to do a full video on that. this is the place to start, right? If you feel like your soul isn't communicating to you, this is the place to start. Ask for signs, ask for synchronicities. Understand that these signs often come in number patterns, so we might start being shown certain number patterns. We might be brought a video, which then you'll see some confirmation in the video. We might hear a word and it just lingers in our ear. We might see something on a billboard and it just stands out to us in some way, a word, a phrase, a song. We might hear a certain song might just drop into our consciousness. If that happens, go look at the lyrics and see if there is a message in there. Spirit communicates to us through these different means because it's so easy to communicate that way, where it's much harder for spirit to communicate with us more directly if we're out of alignment, if we're in anxiety or stress. So often it uses these ways because it's fun and it's easy. So that's your first step. And then what I say, don't worry if you don't understand what it's trying to tell you. Just start with, so I'm answering this question for the first part, just start with acknowledging that it's a sign from your spirit guide, acknowledging that your soul, because your soul is part of your guides. In fact, your soul is your main guide, and you have other guides that come in, but your soul, your higher self, that's your main guide. So in these signs and synchronicities, just acknowledge that your soul, well, it is communicating to you, and just let go for now. If that's where you are right now, just by doing that, it's going to start opening the door. And I'm going to make a more in-depth video because I really want to sit with that question. So I'm going to say what that question is. So this video is coming up. My soul isn't communicating to me. What is your advice? I'm going to do a separate video on that, but this is the start for that. And then even if you don't have that question, know that your soul, your spirit team, spirit wants to bombard you with signs and synchronicities. Ask, bring it into your day every day. Start to acknowledge those signs, those synchronicities. Just like I say, if you don't understand it right now, that's okay, that will come. But just by acknowledging, you're opening up that door and you're building that trust within for more communication to come.